Okay, now we're ready to do some examples from section 7.2 on parabolas. Example, they all have the same directions. For example, 1 through 6. Find the vertex and the direction of opening. We'll also be finding the focus. Okay, so we have to look, this one's already in our standard form. We look at this and we have to determine first the direction of opening. Y is squared, so that tells us it's a left-right one, not an up-down. And the number over here in front of the x factor, the factor in front of the x expression, is positive. So that means it opens to the right. Yes, opens right. The vertex is HK. Remember, H is with the x, and it's x minus h. So -2, 3, right? Y minus k. X minus h, y minus k. Now, to find the focus, we need a little more information. We need to understand that this is where our 4a is, and we need a because that's how we'll find the focus. It's a units away from the vertex. So, we know that 4a is equal to 8, so a must be 2. Divide both sides by 2. And now we can make a little sketch to understand this. So we have a parabola that opens to the right, with the vertex right here, the vertex of -2, 3, and we know we go 1, 2 units, and now we're at the focus. So the question is, what would the coordinates of that number be? Well, it's on the same horizontal line, because it opens to the right. That means the y coordinate of the focus will be 3. This is, if this one's a 3, that one's 3. The y coordinate on a horizontal line, all the y coordinates are the same number. So the question is, if you're at -2 and you go 2 units to the right, where are you on the x-axis? You're at 0, aren't you? So that's kind of how we figured out. This is the line y equals 3, just as a note. Okay, so the focus is at 0, 3. And that's kind of how we'll figure it out. With a sketch helps. I mean, you can do it without a sketch, but a sketch helps. Okay, look at the next one. Is that in standard form? Well, it just says x squared, not x minus something squared. Wonder why? Well, that means that h must be 0, right? And it's x squared, so that's an up or down one. And it's negative on the right side, so which way does it open? Down. And the vertex is what? Well, h must be 0, and do we have y minus anything? No. So k must be 0. Now, we need to find out what a is. This is in the form where it's -4a is equal to -12. This expression right here is going to be -4 because it's in one that opens down. Remember, a is always a positive number because it's a distance, right? I wouldn't put 4a equals -12 and get a equals -3. That doesn't make sense. A is a distance. So if it's negative, it's -4a. I get a is 3. All right, so this one opens down. So we have this vertical line with the vertex right here at 0, 0. So the focus is inside. It's always inside the parabola, right? It's not outside. It's inside the parabola. Okay, if this is where x is 0, then the focus must have an x coordinate of 0, because every x coordinate on that line, this is the line that x equals 0. That goes to this axis of symmetry, right? So the focus is 0, what? How many I go down 3. I'm 3 away from the vertex, and it's down from 0. So it must be -3. Right? Okay. Find the vertex and direction of opening. We'll also find focus, but look at this one. Is that in standard form? It is not. So we have to get it in standard form first. Now, we remember how we were doing that. We were with the circle, we were completing the square on both x and y. But are both x and y squared for parabolas? No, just one of them. Which one is it for this? It's the x squared. So I need to complete the square on x squared. I also need to get the 4y on the other side, because that's how what the format looks like. If x squared is on the left, then the 4y minus k business is on the right. So I've added 4y, and I need a blank. Completing the square, I get x plus 2 squared equals 4 times. Now I need 4 parentheses y minus k, y plus k, whatever, if I can. And if I factor out a 4, do you see how we get it there? Now we see our h and k. All right, which way does this open? It's x squared, that means up or down. This is positive, so it opens up, right? So let's sketch it over here. Opens up. Here's my vertex. And what's our vertex? H is -2. K is -1, right? So this is the vertex at -2, -1. So this line, axis of symmetry, is x equals -2. Every point on that line has an x coordinate of -2. But now the focus. How far away are they? So 4a is equal to 4. That's all that's right there. So a must be 1. So that's 1 unit away. It will be up because this opens up. So I go from -2 up 1 to -1. No, up. Let's see. I go from -1 up 1. Sorry, we were at -1, and we go up 1, so we're at 0. Right? -2, -1, and it's 1 unit below on this line. So that's 0. We drop down to -1. Okay. All right. Let's do that one again. Same idea, except this time y is squared. So I need y squared minus 6y plus blank. I'm going to put the x on the other side with the -9. Just add x to both sides. Complete the square. Complete the square. I mean, yeah. Add the same thing on that side, right? So I have y minus 3 squared equals, and we just have x over here. Y minus 3 equals x. So which way does this open? Well, this is y squared, so that means left or right. It's a positive right there, so it must be right. The vertex is, well, what do you think h is? H must be 0. And k, of course, is 3. And so now 4a is equal to what? What's the number right there? That's 1. 1x. So this is a equals 1/4. Okay, so we open to the right. We have an axis of symmetry going through right here. Here's our vertex at the point 0, 3. So this is the line y equals 3. And our focus is inside. And it's 1/4 away to the right, so it's 1/4 3, right? If we're at 0 here and we go 1/4, we're at 1/4 3. Okay. Example 5. Complete the square. Which variable squared? Yes, x squared. So we have x squared plus 4x plus blank equals, subtract the other things, get them on the right hand side. We have -8y plus 28 plus blank. Okay, half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4. So we have x plus 2 squared equals -8y plus 32. And now we need to factor out. We need a y something k right here, right? If we pull out a -8, there we go. -8 times that, -8 times that, we've got it. Okay, so which way does this open? X squared means up or down. That negative means down. Vertex is h, -2, k, 4. Opens down. Vertex is at -2, 4. Okay, the focus is somewhere in here. And it's going to have a -2 also, because this is the vertical line x equals -2 cutting through there. How far is it? Well, -4a equals -8, so a must be 2. So we go down 2, from 4 down 2 to 2. So the focus is at -2, 2, right? Our y goes down from 4 to 2. We said a was 2. Last one, y is the squared term, so we'll keep it on the left and we'll move everything else to the other side. We'll complete the square on y. Half of -2 is half of -4 is -2, and -2 squared is 4. So this is y minus 2 squared, and over here we have what? Just -4x, because that went to 0. So y is squared, that means left to right. It's negative, so that means left. The vertex, h, well, there's no x plus or minus anything, so h must be 0, and k is 2. Okay, so let's see if I can sketch this down here at the bottom. We're opening to the left, opening to the left, to a line in the wrong place. Here's our vertex at 0, 2. This is the line here, y equals 2. And our focus is somewhere in here. And what would it be? Well, it's also going to have a y coordinate of 2, but how far did we go in the x coordinate? Let's see. So we have -4 equals -4a. So a is 1, so we go 1 unit this way. From 0 to the left 1 unit would take us to -1.